8 Kenyan legislators are in court today to answer charges of hate speech and incitement. The 8 members of parliament, 3 from the ruling party and 5 from the opposition, were arrested early this week and denied bail. It is the first time in Kenya's political history that a large number of MPs have spent several days in police custody awaiting trial. Over the weekend, a ruling party MP is alleged to have called for the assassination of the leader of the opposition party, sparking a public outcry. Opposition legislators are alleged to have threatened to storm the police headquarters if the ruling party MP was not arrested. Well, now let's get you more on that story. I'm joined live from Nairobi by CCTV's Robert Nagila. Robert, what's happening in the courtroom right now?
Well, thank you very much. I'm currently outside the Milimani Law Courts in Nairobi, where 8 legislators are currently before court accused of incitement and hate speech. Now, all morning, their lawyers have been trying to get bail for them. There's a bail application before the courts. However, the prosecution is arguing against it, saying that the charges preferred against these 8 MPs are very serious charges and touch on the very social fabric of the country, and is asking the court to deny them bail until next week, when this case will be heard before the court itself. But the opposition lawyers are basically saying that the constitutional rights of these members of parliament have been breached by the state. They've put forward a number of examples. They say, for example, that police denied family members and lawyers access to these members of parliament. Some of the legislators were ill and are on medication, and that was denied them as well. So that's where we are at this particular moment. I believe they may have broken for lunch, and that bail application will be held this afternoon. I'm just going to move away from the front of the camera so that you can just get a feel of the mood outside the courtroom. Now, all morning we've had huge crowds outside the court, presumably supporters of the opposition members of parliament. There's also a very heavy security presence as we speak, both heavily armed police officers and riot police officers. But there's been a lot of good buzz from the crowd itself. We've seen a lot of the crowd singing, chanting, at times, of course, taunting the police, but the police have been very, very restrained. However, I must say that there's been absolutely no trouble at all. It remains to be seen how this particular episode outside the courtroom will end later this afternoon when that bail application is over.
Robert, of course, this is a case that has garnered plenty of public attention, but what can you tell us is the significance of these 8 legislators appearing in court?
Absolutely. Well, as you said in that intro, this is the first time that we've had 8 legislators before a court charged with hate speech and incitement. It's unprecedented. It's never happened before. The fact that they all spent at least 3 to 4 nights in police custody has also never happened before. Interestingly, there's been a lot of chatter on social media itself. A lot of people seem to be agreeing with the police action, putting the members of parliament in custody until today. However, supporters of the MPs totally disagree with that. But some are saying that ever since the arrests themselves, the situation appears to have been de-escalated, if you can say that. The tension that was there early this week before the arrest appears to have gone down somewhat. So a lot of people appear to be in favor of these arrests themselves.
Robert, thank you very much for that update. That was CCTV's Robert Nagila joining us live from the Milimani Law Courts here in Nairobi.